Hi friends, I hope you're all well. Welcome to the How to Craft Network studio. In today's studio, I'm so excited to show you one of our lovely lamination stamps. So if you are a first-time user of lamination, it means to layer those stamps and get those beautiful, impactful images on your cards. Cards that are going to be remembered for a long time. Today in studio, I am going to use the fabulous Cheers, which is that two glasses together and that watercolour effect in the base. And I'm going to show you how easy it is to get that lovely, lovely sort of splash of wine coming out of those two glasses and make it look like you've actually painted it. It's a truly, truly beautiful, deep etched stamp. So first of all, I'm going to be quite creative with my background. So I just have some sort of craft coloured card here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the background stamps, which is incorporated in the set, which is this lovely sort of ring here. The ring that you get when you pop that glass that's spilt over the side and it stains your side. One of those really cool designs. So I'm just going to take the ring from the carrier sheet here and I'm going to pop it onto an acrylic block. And the reason I'm using the acrylic block is because I want to sort of repeat and get first and second generation stamping on here. So I'm going to use a dark brown to create a bit of texture and balance in my card. So let's get some colour onto the back of this cardstock. So I'm just creating a pattern at the top and a pattern at the bottom. I'm just going to go in and press that down. So we get this lovely sort of texture design on here. So I'm going to do some half on the page and some not so much on the page. Mix it up a bit, twist the design, make it look interesting if you can. And then I'm going to do the same at the base. So I'm just mixing that design up. I could link some actually. Let's link some of the design, make it look like two glasses have been sat together. So across the base and the top. So we've got sort of a pretty pattern. Well, can you call it pretty? It will be when the card is actually finished. So let's show you what else is in that lovely stamp set. So let's bring in our piece of white cardstock here, and this is where we're going to sort of get that lovely watercolour feel on the card. This is going to be the focal point of our card. So I'm going to grab the solid portion, which is the glasses. Sorry, the solid portion, which is this detailed part where you can add the colour. So if you want to do like Prosecco or something like that, then you'll choose a colour accordingly. But if you want to do like a red wine or something like that, you choose some burgundies and some deep reds to give it that realistic feel. So I'm going to take the glasses first of all. Let's just stamp the glasses first. Now, the glasses can be used as an entity on their own. They look really cool, great for celebratory cards and things like that. Doesn't have to be for somebody who just drinks. And then I'm just going to pop this into the centre here. And I'm just going to stamp this one out in black. So my outline is true black. And then we can be really creative with some colour in a second. Wait till you see this card, you're going to be blown away. So, so cool. And you can do lots of batch stamping with this. So if you are doing cards for churches, for charity, giveaways, they're really quick cards. So there we have our glasses. And you could draw some bubbles in if you wanted to, make it a little bit more exciting. And then on the carrier sheet, you have your solid portion. Now this is where the fun begins. So I'm just going to pop that coloured part inside the glasses. And again, it doesn't really matter if you don't get it quite right. Let's just pop it in there, look. There we go. So shall we do a red wine on this one? So I have a red distress ink here. So I'm just going to ink up that solid portion of that stamp, but because I want it to look like watercolour, I am going to give the stamp a little bit of a spritz with some water, and this is going to let it all blend together when we come to pop it into our cards. So when you push it down, what you're going to get is a really realistic flow of that red wine chinging together in a celebratory fashion. How cool does that look? But what I am going to do is I'm going to darken the base a little bit just to make it look a bit more red wine. So I'm just going to take that brown that we have just used there, and I'm going to take the red again Add a little bit more red, so you can be really creative with your colours and your layers. Just add some darkness into the base here, push it around. And there we have a beautiful collection of glasses with some realistic winding, really, really pretty. So let's get our creative card popped together. Because I'd like some dimension in this card, I'm going to pop some sort of colour around the edge just to give it that instant lift. So I'm just going to take a blending brush and I'm going to take the same brown as we used on our rings here so it all matches beautifully. I'm just going to take some of that sort of colour there and I'm just going to add a little bit of colour around the edge. All the way around. And this is just going to stop it from being a harsh colour. It's just going to soften those edges. But if you are a clean and simple card maker, of course, you could leave it clean and white. There we go. So let's get our sentiment together. Move this to one side. So ahead of time, I've mat and laid a piece of white cardstock on some craft. So it's all going to be matching our card beautifully. And then I'm going to take the, let's go with Time to Celebrate. It's always good to celebrate, isn't it? And then I'm just going to take the stamp. I'm just going to pick it up and then I'm going to stamp it down in a black. Make it pop from our card. Just stamp this onto our matte and lead white. There we go, very pretty. And let's get this card put together. Now you can use foam pads, gel, everyday glue, whatever you have in your stash. But I'm just going to go with glue today. We'll get our pretty design here in the centre. I'm just going to do it slightly higher. So we have a bigger portion of card at the base. Like so, and then we have our Time to Celebrate, which you can raise on pads if you would like to. I'm just going to pop this in the centre here. And there we go, a really, really pretty creative card that is fit for any celebration. You choose the colour, you choose however you're going to be creative with it. You can create a distress card or a very clean and simple card. Think about glitter on that lovely solid portion of colour, make it look like sparkles and bubble. I hope you enjoyed that lovely, lovely card. Stay tuned though, we have so many other cards to be creative with. I'll see you all soon. Take care, bye.